Welcome to Medical Dialogues, your daily dose of health and medical news. I'm Dr. Nandita Mohan and here are the latest news from the world of medicine. Patients with high cholesterol and triglycerides are more prone to perioperative retinal vein occlusion. High cholesterol and triglycerides contribute to hardening of the arteries or even thickening of the arterial walls, which increases the risk of stroke. Preoperative visual loss, while on the other hand, is caused when a blood clot blocks the veins, an occurrence usually called as the retinal vein occlusion. According to the reports, a new Northwestern medicine study, patients with high cholesterol and triglycerides who underwent spinal, cardiac or even orthopedic surgery were at a greater risk of waking up blind. This was the first population-based study to identify the post-operative development of vision loss after a non-ocular surgery. A rare case report of man having tooth in nose. The intranasal tooth is an uncommon encounter in clinical practice. Teeth, usually non-dentate areas including the intrasinus or the intranasal teeth, are rarely encountered in such practices. Ectopic or supernumerary teeth can occur in 0.1 to 1% of the population, but the incidence of ectopic teeth in the nasal cavity is very rare. A new case study in England Journal of Medicine has revealed a report of a 38-year-old man who presented with difficulty in breathing through his right nostril for several years. Physical examination of the nose showed a septal deviation, calcified septal spurs, and even a 2 cm perforation in the posterior septum. It was later on diagnosed as a tooth which was removed during an oral and otolaryngologic surgery by means of an intranasal approach and measured approximately 14 millimeters in length. The patient had no postoperative complications. Subcutaneous ianalumab safe and effective for Sjogren's syndrome. Sjogren's syndrome is an immune system disorder characterized by dry eyes and mouth, systemic features, and even reduced quality of life. Currently, there are no disease-modifying treatments for such a condition. A new biological drug named ianalumab with 2 modes of suppressing B cells has previously shown preliminary efficacy. Findings from a recent trial showed that ianalumab will be safe and well tolerated in patients with moderate to severe primary Sjogren's syndrome. The study was published in the Journal of Lancet and it met its primary objective, showing a dose-related decrease in the disease activity. Overall, the drug was well tolerated and considered safe with no increase in infections. Psychedelics show promise in treating mental illness. According to the National Alliance of Mental Health, 1 out of 5 adults experience a severe mental illness in their lifetime. But standard treatments can be slow to work and even cause side effects. A Virginia Tech researcher conducted a research on a long-banned class of drugs that could combat several forms of mental illness. Their findings gave insight into how psychedelic substances like psilocybin, mescaline, LSD, and even similar drugs may relieve symptoms of addiction, anxiety, depression, and post-traumatic stress disorder. The drugs appear to work faster and last longer than current medications, all but with fewer side effects. Dietary weight loss may improve neuropathy in obese patients. Neuropathy is a highly prevalent condition that results in pain, falls, and even lowers the quality of life. Although diabetes has been known to be the leading cause of neuropathy, obesity has recently emerged as an important risk factor. Hyperglycemia and obesity, other individual components of metabolic syndromes, have also been shown to be associated with neuropathy. According to a recent study that has been published in the Obesity Journal, dietary weight loss is often associated with improvements in all metabolic parameters except blood pressure, and even both intraepidermal nerve fiber density outcomes remain stable after 2 years of follow-up. Given that natural history studies reveal decreases in intraepidermal nerve fiber density over time, dietary weight loss may halt this progression, but randomized control trials are further needed to be evaluated. That's all for today. I shall see you tomorrow.
Never miss a medical update from Medical Dialogues. Like, subscribe, and press the bell icon.